Before we begin, feel where your body is touching something. The chair, the floor, the fabric you're wearing, the ground beneath your life. You don't have to agree with me. You don't need to improve or fix anything. Just let your body listen. This is not advice. This is a transmission. Take what lands and leave the rest. I want to tell you about the season that saved me. Revelstoke, BC, winter. Moved here in 2020 and also winter in Ramsau am Dachstein in Austria, way back, probably 2014, and another one 2021 maybe. So really the season that saved me, winter. You know, when the snow is falling so thick that everything just gets still and quiet, and also how it reflects the light that is around, so suddenly the nights are brighter. Everything gets quieter and slower. No more hiding in motion. Yeah, snow is falling, chopping the wood, carrying the water, tending to the fire. Winter really took me all in. And there was not much possibility to resist the soft and at the same time harsh arms of winter. They were so welcoming, but also strict. Yeah. I started taking baths. Before that, never really took baths because they took too long. And then there's also this incredible polarity, right, between that invitation for softening and slowness, which is so seasonal in winter, and then also living in a very athletic mountain town where it's all about chasing the pow and going ski touring and hiking up Sub Peak to get the best powder turns and lining up in the morning to be on the first chair. So chasing the pow and the steep ascents, but also getting up there takes time. Yeah, no matter if you're on a chairlift, which if you've been here, they're slow, especially if you come from Europe. You're like, wow, those chairlifts, they take forever. If you're touring up, it takes even more time. If you're heli skiing, different story, very hectic. And in my body, this contrast, especially between Law 2.0 in Vienna, you know, go, 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 deadlines, closings, signings, all the things, and then returning to Revelstoke 2.0. Huge contrast. So after Vienna, after boardroom boredom part 2, after performance pressure part 2, coming back to Revelstoke was a huge exhale in my entire being. And the first winter back was really hard. It was extremely challenging. I sublet a tiny little room in a not great house, and yeah, I had a lot less income than I got used to again. My best friend had moved away. I felt pretty lost and lonely, but I also knew that this was my place to be at that time. So my anchors in me returning were yoga and teaching, practicing yoga, and also skiing. Like, I love skiing so much. It brings me so much joy. It can be so playful, and just being out there and adventuring. So yeah, yoga and skiing were my anchors during that time coming back. It was a lot less chopping wood, because that house didn't have a wood. Oh, it had a wood stove actually. I did chop some wood. So yeah, Revelstoke is connected for me with chopping wood. It's beautiful practice. And winter in the past few years, maybe forever, always had some extremely challenging periods for me where it is just fucking dark outside. Yeah, in this part of the world, it's dark outside for 14 hours in the depths of winter. It's a lot of interesting dynamics in this little ski town where people come, people go. It's on the highway, it's on the railway. There's a lot of, I don't know, it's just interesting. And sometimes you get sucked into that. And yeah, you take your vitamin D and you eat healthy and you move. But yeah, even though I love skiing so much, it's sometimes winter can be very challenging. And then there's also the societal expectation of still performing all the way, showing all the way up, but it's dark. Yeah, it's dark and cold. So can we allow ourselves to be seasonal as well, like according to the outside seasons? So a shift happened for me about 2 years ago when I moved into the place where I'm currently staying, and it's the longest I've stayed anywhere in 12 years, imagine. And it has been feeling really good. Yeah, it's been a very nice settling into space, a homecoming, and really honoring the body seasons too, where the body responds to what's going on the outside. And if it's dark so much, we need more rest. We need more warmth. And I like it when the body correlates with the external seasons. Like one time I was extremely heartbroken in summer, and it's just bright outside and beautiful and people want to do things and the fruit are juicy, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Which feels very unfair. So if the outsides are not reflecting the insides, it can be hard. My preference is for being depressed in winter and being alive in summer, but we cannot always choose, right? Life is not linear, and that's another story that has been sold to us so well, that it's linear, always the same, always the same. And it's just not. It's not true. It is not true. The body is cyclical. Seasons are cyclical. Nature is cyclical. Nature has seasons. Our body is nature, and therefore our body has seasons too. But what do we do? How do we embody the seasons, the change in that? I say delete the good vibes only. I say delete happy, shiny people only. I say that's bullshit. So life is waves, right? It's chaotic. Nature can be so chaotic and destructive. And so is life in our bodies. So you feel great, and then you feel like shit. And there are seasons, there are ups and downs, highs and lows. And can we allow ourselves to feel like shit for a moment, to feel sad, to feel whatever we are feeling? it's not bad. It just is. And whoever tells me that they are never feeling bad, I don't believe you. Or tell me your secret. I don't think there is such a thing as feeling bad. It just is. And what was a huge game changer for myself was offering myself grace and love and compassion with myself, with those changes, in those changes. They're seasonal, they're hormonal, and there's been this beautiful imagery of a dahlia, a flower, kind of expanding, contracting, and even as it is expanding, it's still contracting a little bit. And that is probably a part of life too. Or thinking of an octopus, right? Which is just this motion. It's being massaged by life. And this brings me to a very good point. That was once pointed out to me by a date, and he said that it's really challenging for testosterone and male hormones to be healthy these days because of all the blue light and all the hormones in the water that come into our water through animal feed, through hormonal birth control. So yeah, hormones play a huge role in the flow, in the ebb and flow. And there's a lot you can do with self-touch, self-pleasure, testicle massage, good food, movement. There's so much you can do to actually stay in healthy hormonal balance through, loving yourself. And rest is demanded in winter. Winter is demanding stillness and rest and slowness and stews and hot baths and hot tubs and saunas. The body is too powerful to overrun in darkness. The darkness is too powerful to overrun the body. And once you start listening to that and honoring that, you stop trying to launch projects in winter. I had to stop that. It's just not working. But right now, spring, summer, fuck yeah. This is when everything comes back to life, when nature is budding. And in older times, we were way more intelligent in that sense, right? We went with the cyclical nature of nature. And now we're just trying so hard to move against it. Why don't we move New Year's resolution from the depths of winter, 31st December, to spring, where everything is rebirthing, starting again? And then winter also brings a lot of gifts. How can I receive the gifts of winter? The coziness, maybe some blue skies, sunshine. Another critical one for me has been investing in a seasons pass every year to actually get up above the layer of clouds. They can be very dense and low in this valley, inland temperate rainforest. If you've ever tried living here, good luck. It's dark and dense. So really honoring the seasons. I already mentioned warmth, self-touch, self-pleasure, snuggles, cashmere, candlelight, books, and going offline. I did that this year over New Year's. I turned off my phone for, I think, 7 days. So good. So good. And if there's any sadness or frustration around, things not moving as fast as you want them to, go hit a pillow. Go have a cry. Let it out. Let it move you. And there's not only seasonal winter from the outside, but there can also be felt winter, right? That sense of winter going inward, which can be hormonal, which can be physical, can be illness, injury, times of big change in career or relationships, and can we allow ourselves to honor the seasons? So, winter didn't slow me down. It removed everything I used to speed up. And perhaps you're forcing summer on a winter body. You are already exhausted, but you're not allowing yourself to be. And that's why you're even more exhausted, because you keep pushing. Your body has seasons. But you've been performing constant growth. You've been performing constant spring for years, for decades. Constant doing, constant output, constant production. And in your body hasn't had winter in so long. So it's craving winter. It needs rest. It needs silence. It needs a reset. It needs to let things die so new ones can grow. And when was the last time you allowed yourself that? When was the last time you allowed yourself being in winter? And maybe I'm wrong, but check in with yourself. Are you in constant spring? Are you in constant production mode? Or when was the last time you gave yourself permission for winter, for doing nothing, for rest, for slow, for silence? And the discipline of doing less is harder than the discipline of doing more. I'm in the same boat. Doing less, harder than doing more. Woo! Doing less is harder than doing more. If you can relate, give me a sign. And I already mentioned that, I already touched on it, this deep conditioning that you always must show up the same. And equanimity is great. Like if something throws me out of my trajectory, if winter hits hard, can I still be in my center? Or allow myself to not be in my center for some time, but not try to be. So this myth of always needing to show up the same, I lost track there. Anyhow, what I'm saying is, the more you listen, the deeper your listening goes, the easier it is to actually stay in your center. And it's like showing up every day, every season, same. Good vibes only, shiny, happy people. I call that bullshit. Life is cyclical. Life is nature. Nature is cyclical. You feel good, you feel less good. You feel like shit. There are highs, there are lows, there are seasons. None of it is bad. It just is. Like if you look outside, there are seasons. And totally, it's perfectly normal. Yeah, our body is nature. Our body has seasons. So I'm challenging you. What if rest wasn't weakness, but intelligence? What if winter wasn't empty, but preparation? And again, if you look at nature, in winter, things rest for a bit and then everything starts to, work underground. Seeds are dropping little roots, little sprouts. There's a lot of things are happening underground in winter. And allowing for this magic to happen when it's time for it. Yeah. And no one can push seeds out of the soil. I tried that too. Didn't work. It's not working. It's just like, come out. Pouring water on it, maybe over-watering it, over-fertilizing it, too much sun. Not working. The seeds know when it's time to grow. There's nothing you need to do about it. Nature is perfect in itself. What did Revelstoke winter give me that Vienna boredom never could? I also want to take sides for boredom here. I think boredom is great. Can we allow ourselves to be bored? It's a sign that there's a lot of spaciousness and nothing needs to happen. Revelstoke winter gave me chopping wood. It gave me fires. It gave me tending to a fire. It gave me so much skiing, so much play, so much pleasure from skiing, adventure. It gave me ski touring slowness and also ski touring power. It gave me a big exhale. And really, in those winters here, my body released a lot of the conditioning of doing. And I still totally fall into it, right? I'm like, I got a season's pass. I gotta go. How many days did you ski this season? Less than 100? Not good. So really, Revelstoke winter gave me hibernation, gave me patience, gave me really connecting with the power of seasons, of rest, of acknowledging, of honoring. It was such deep honoring for me in this time of where am I pushing or where am I allowing? And where is a pull? Yeah, can I follow the pull or do I need to push? And if I can follow a pull, great. If I need to push, no bueno. What season is your body in right now, and what season are you forcing it to perform? Is it winter pretending to be summer? Is it spring when fall is needed? What does the body need permission to be? And in a female body, it's also so cyclical with nature, with the bleed, right? And in the stages, the seasons of life, like before starting menstruation, then being fertile, and then coming into menopause, perimenopause, menopause. So in a woman's body, it's so loud. Once we start listening, it becomes very loud in those 28 days of a cycle. What needs to happen when? And it's extremely powerful when we can give ourselves permission and the space to actually honor those cycles. And again, I'm just coming back from this time in Mexico, which was so spring and so empowering and enlarging and expansive. And I feel very grateful that that spring internally is kind of lining up with the spring outside. It's been very cold the last few days, but there are little buds on the trees and the spring flowers are sprouting. So yeah, it feels really good when we allow our bodies to actually be the cyclical beings of nature that they are. What becomes available when I stop fighting winter? Ease, rest, spaciousness, power, play, coziness. What gifts are awakening in the darkness? Candlelight, fire, warm foods, stews, warm beverages, soft fabric, warm fabric, merino, cashmere. Like winter brings so much coziness, so much connection. And that's something I love about it. I really love about it. And I get to wear my grandmother's mink coat, which I love too. So, your body has seasons. Stop forcing summer when you're in winter. If all this is landing in you and you have a little moment to pause and tune more into your felt sense, into your body, feel free to come along. Otherwise, come back at any time that feels suitable for you. Taking a few deep breaths, a little bit of movement through the hips, the shoulders, the jaw. And as always, the invitation is to notice sensations, really allowing for your mind, your brain to drop, to melt into your body. Question number 1. What season are you in right now? What season are you in right now? Where are you feeling that in your body? What sensations are coming up with this question? What season are you in right now? Question number 2. What are you forcing? What are you forcing? Question number 3. What needs to die? What needs to die? Noticing sensations in your body. And a few more breaths here. Winter isn't empty. Winter, and no matter if it's externally, seasonally in nature, or internally due to hormones, due to change in life circumstances, due to change in finances, relationship, career, places you're living. All this is winter. Something needs to die. And this is preparation. Winter isn't empty. It's preparation. If you feel this in your body, the weekly letter from me, Flora Petri, to you is below. And this is where I share first about my exclusive private programs and what wants to move through me. Like, comment, share, save for someone who think would benefit from this. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you so much. Find me when you're ready. wow, I think that was amazing.